and CarbonStore. Today we're going to ask you a few questions for the public and for the rest of the teams across the country to get to know you. So first we'll start with asking about your current job role. So what are you up to within your new job role?
Thank you for having me. Yes, my new job role. So the responsibility actually include scoping the company's carbon footprint, planning carbon reduction, and managing the mitigation process. As we know, greenhouse gas inventory of the company will provide data on our emission rate and major emission sources, and this data will be used to develop an ESG strategy for long-term carbon reduction while we offset our short-term emission, and I will also be contributing to the growth of CarbonStore.
Are you doing looking at carbon across the group?
Yeah, so it's company wide. It's not just Tilhill, but also BSW and the group businesses within BSW.
Brilliant. Can you tell us about where you started? What a bit about your background before you started work here at Tilhill?
So for me, after my PhD in environmental science, I did work in the field of renewable energy and resource management for years, developing and implementing low carbon innovation across the industry. ESG framework was also an important element in what I was doing, and most of my work focused on energy, waste, water, agriculture, and more recently, food manufacturing.
Wow, so you cover the whole spectrum of really carbon and getting to net zero and that kind of thing.
Yeah. Fortunately, yeah, I've been able to work in different industry around carbon reduction. Yeah.
Wow, that's brilliant. So what are your plans for your future inside the company?
Yeah, that's a good question. So I have always been concerned about climate change and the possibility of for mitigating it, and we all know climate change is real. It's happening right now. It's the most serious threat to our species and existence. So I am excited to contribute to the company-wide net zero transformation, and also other businesses through the CarbonStore, because the CarbonStore will help facilitate and advise businesses across the UK on how to reduce and offset their carbon emission, and it's part of what I will be part of. Yeah.
Why did you want to work for Tilhill and CarbonStore?
Yeah, I mean, Tilhill, CarbonStore, the company itself involving forestry, and forestry is one of the only system for sinking carbon at the moment. There are other technologies that are still at the demonstration stage phase, but when you talk about sinking carbon, trees are really good at sinking carbon, and Tilhill is well positioned to provide that platform for to help drive climate change, to help drive carbon reduction. And via CarbonStore, this has been done via CarbonStore. So because I've always been fascinated about reducing climate change, and this opportunity comes through CarbonStore and Tilhill, and that alone fascinates me, and that drew me to be part of the company.
And climate change is huge on the agenda at the moment, especially with woodland creation. What are you looking forward to the most about your new job role?
So my role in my role, I'll be doing a lot of carbon inventory because Tilhill's got a lot of contractors, so that in itself will allow me to do different inventory across different operation, different businesses, and and also the fact that in at Tilhill and BSW at large. Once we start doing the inventory and collecting data, we'll start looking at ways to improve and reduce carbon emission. And that also fascinates me over a long time period. What are the processes that we will put in place to help reduce carbon emission? I'd love to see how that take off, and yeah, I'm excited.
Brilliant. So how long do you think this process will take?
It depends. It depends. It depends on the size of the business. For BSW, which is a massive business, and Tilhill also, they've got a lot of operation with different contractors. Is the scope one? So there's a scope one and there's a scope two side of the inventory, which you can quickly achieve depending on how quickly you get access to data like electricity, travels, and those kind of data. But when it comes to the scope three, which is more about the contractors, that could take a while depending on how the contractors respond and cooperate with us to do that inventory itself. So it can be quicker, it can take a while. It all depends on how quickly we get our hands on the data that we need, and that we have started. We've started putting things in place here at Tilhill to collect data and use those data to do the inventory. And we'll be rolling that process out to other groups within the business to achieve what we want to achieve.
Very exciting. Thank you so much, Michael. It's been an absolute pleasure. So on behalf of Tilhill and CarbonStore, thank you so much for today, and good luck with everything, and we'll catch up again soon.
Thank you. Thank you for your time.